You're watching Talk Mini, and I'm here with TJ. Welcome back to another album review. And today's album review, or fan thoughts, whatever you want to call it, is of Barry Tomorrow's The Seventh Son, the brand new album from metalcore band Barry Tomorrow, one of my favorites in metalcore. Barry Tomorrow, one of my favorites when it comes to metalcore, and always a band that delivers. Well, this album proves it, honestly. This album delivers on every level, honestly. Everything you would want from this band, their sound, just everything. Barry Tomorrow's sound that they've always perfected over the years is on display with the change in clean vocals, because their clean vocalist and guitarist actually left this band before this album. And yeah, the person doing the vocals now for the clean vocals is really good, honestly. I have no problems with that. I think it's up to par with their other stuff. Barry Tomorrow's albums are always very intense and melodic, including Seventh Son. I think this album is amazing with how it's melodic and intense at the same time. Not a whole lot of bands can do that. It's either like other bands, it's basically like it's either really intense and kind of like repetitive rhythm wise, or it can be melodic and kind of like light on the heaviness. But yeah, this album has both of those qualities to it. The main thing that stands out to me for this band, for any of their albums, would be the harsh vocals. I absolutely love the harsh vocals from Barry Tomorrow. Always great stuff. Harsh vocals are always on point, and yeah, as soon as you hear the vocals for the harsh category for Barry Tomorrow, you know exactly it is Barry Tomorrow. Absolutely, you know right from hearing the vocals, you know exactly which band it is. It's not like a lot of the other metalcore bands that the vocals kind of sound the same. This one doesn't. This band does not have vocals that sound the same to every other band. I didn't even realize this album was coming out until a few weeks ago, and I've been listening to this album ever since it came out. It was recommended to me on Spotify. Spotify recommendations for new albums. Happy that it recommended me it, because I would have been quite mad if I didn't realize that this album was out. My thoughts: fantastic album. I like everything on it, every song, every minute. Standouts, I have 6. I usually do 5 standouts. For the title track, the first song, which I'm always a sucker for. I'm always a sucker for the first song. I usually always put the first song on standout, because it usually does stand out. The song is very catchy and intense, which to start out an album is quite fun. Like, it's quite fun to start out an album with very like intense stuff. Abandon Us. This song is straight fire, and honestly, one of my favorites. Honestly, one of my favorite songs from this album. The heaviness is destructive and makes the song stand out. Force Divide. This one stands out for the intensity and heaviness alone, which hits immediately. It just absolutely hits you immediately as soon as you listen to this album or this song. Majesty, very passionate, predominantly clean vocal song that surprised me. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect the song on this album. I expected the whole album to be like intense all the way through, but Majesty is, and it makes the standouts because it really does stand out to me and in a good way. Heretic. This is the speaking of intense songs, a blast of intensity, and is my favorite song on this album. Just everything about this song, the guitar work, the drums, everything on this song is just perfect. It's just such a great song, and it has to be my favorite on this album. I don't know if this was a single. It should be, but then the last one that I have to mention is Care. I like the sound of the song. It has the qualities of the other songs, but it has its own interesting thing going on. I just had to mention the song. I had to put it as the sixth standout. Usually don't do that, but yeah, I couldn't not mention the song. So that's what I think of this album. Been a fan of Very Tomorrow for a very long time, back in like 2016. Whenever Man on Fire came out, I think that was 2014 actually. 2014 when Man on Fire came out, it was like big on YouTube at the time, and I checked out a lot of metalcore on YouTube, and that was one of those songs that came up to me on the recommended. So yeah, hope everyone liked it, and I will see everyone whenever I decide to upload again, which I don't know when that'll be. I'm quite backed up on album reviews, so I might be uploading all week, but